Welcome back, everybody. I want to touch on a dire topic before we head into a few more fun things for the weekend. These 7 plaintiffs who are suing ChatGPT, who have family members who died by suicide. These family members went on ChatGPT and they were just using it for general knowledge, help out with homework assignments and things like that, and ultimately ended up committing suicide. I think that this is going to be a major case and could set precedent for how ChatGPT operates in the future and their responsibility.
Oh, yeah. No, this is going to be one of the epic social responsibility cases in a long time. And, where does technology end and moral responsibility begin? And as we become more and more automated, these questions are going to come up a lot more. We're watching this one closely at Just the News. It's an important story.
Yeah.
It really is.
Okay, so this story came across my radar. So this week, let me rewind. 2 years ago, Robert De Niro's grandson, who's 19 years old, he died of a drug overdose. Nothing substantial transpired in the case under Joe Biden's DOJ and his DEA. But now, under Trump's DOJ, in coordination with a Trump-appointed U.S. attorney, 5 individuals have been charged. So do you anticipate, John, that Robert De Niro is going to pick up the phone and thank President Trump for actually finding these folks?
No, and I'm not sure President Trump would take the call either. But, listen, the good thing is no one should die from chemical warfare in our country. This has just been insane. China, cartels are a big part of this. And Joe Biden just enabled it for 4 years. And the toll goes, no, there was some reduction in fentanyl the last year because the public pressure had become so much. But no matter where Robert De Niro stands on his politics, no grandfather should have to bury their grandson. And no American should fall prey. I think of these kids that pick up a pill on the ground, they're 3 years old and they die. That is not only un-American, it is immoral. And I'm glad that this president and all of the great men and women in blue are doing more to crack down because they had their hands tied behind their back for 4 years.
Yeah. Well, and as we've talked about, it's not just those who are seeking out illicit drug use. It can be some type of counterfeit pill for, some other condition. And really, really devastating. Speaking of that, 3 more Chinese scholars tied to that University of Michigan case with the biomaterial.
We let them in the country with one of those academic visas. That story we broke. Remember, we talked about this, and then a few weeks later, Brooke Rollins came out and said, I'm cracking down on this.
Yep.
Who the heck is letting Chinese researchers into pathogen programs?
University of Michigan, apparently.
Yeah, well, we know the answer. And the U.S. government. Yeah, these are HHS, NIH, DA, USDA.
Yep.
Our government was facilitating this sort of stuff.
It's terrifying. So, John, I wrote a story for The Weekend.
Yes, I can't wait.
Based off of some of Scott Rasmussen's, not only his polling, but some of his comments on the show last night.
Yeah.
And I was doing kind of a dichotomy story between the fact that, per his polling, and really just anecdotally, we know that Americans don't feel like their wallets have gotten any more flush with cash, even though there are a ton of metrics that show that they have. So I was looking into the numbers as far as the Thanksgiving meals that are 25% cheaper, gas, of course, at record lows under President Trump, egg prices and record lows. Prescription drugs. But John,
slim down this week.
If Tuesday is any warning shot to Republicans, it's that they're not messaging on that stuff well enough.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And the Democrats knew the Republicans wouldn't message well on it. That's why they shut down the government, took the risk. It's as predictable as, government not passing a budget, which is done for 25 years. So, all right, so at the top, somewhere I slipped in a biblical reference of 40 days, Jesus in the desert for 40 days, Moses, Noah's flood, 40 days. My grammar school teacher was watching on The Real America's Voice, I'm proud of that, and said, I'm glad you remembered something from my lessons.
Aww. Did that come from her? I love that.
I don't remember where I read it. It's like, I was in the grammar school in the dark ages, so I don't know whether she was there, but she takes credit for it, and I'm not going to contradict her because I'm afraid she'll send me to detention.
All right, John, you always are so good at reading the tea leaves. Let's finish where we started off with Chairman Barry Loudermilk. Yep. What do you anticipate is going to be the next thing to break?
I think we're going to find out who these new whistleblowers are. He hinted that someone is about to come forward with some big information, and I think that that's really important. People coming forward is what is going to give this the credibility it needs to get through the court system and bring accountability. So, any American patriots, if you got information, come forward. That's all I can say.
Absolutely. And whistleblowers have proven to be so valuable in so many of these cases.
Joseph Ziegler. Never forget him.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. That's going to do it for us tonight. We appreciate you being here on this Friday. We will be back on Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. In the meantime, Grant Stinchfield is going to take you through the next hour. Have a great night.